Hey guys, it is another beautiful day here. I'm Father Anthony, if you don't know me already. I'm here in Parisburg, Virginia. This is my parish right behind me. I have two parishes, actually, two churches. This is Holy Family Catholic Church in Parisburg, Virginia. And Parisburg, Virginia is about 40 minutes in the correct direction to go through West Virginia, through Ohio, all the way up to, you guessed it, Sandusky, Ohio. I'm going to Cedar Point today. I'm driving there. It's a 6.5 hour drive from here. I'm gonna drive on up there and get there for this evening. They are open until midnight, apparently, for their Halloween event. And guys, this is exciting. This is a special trip. I'm making some, big sacrifices to get there. It's a long drive, but it's worth it because I am currently sitting pretty at 399 roller coasters. That's right, I am at 399. I am one roller coaster away from the big 400. And so it has to be special. It has to be a really special roller coaster, of course. And I couldn't think of a more special roller coaster for the 400th than Top Thrill 2. Of course, Top Thrill 2, originally Top Thrill Dragster, and it opened as the first roller coaster in the world ever to top 400 feet. It stands at 420 feet tall, and then they reimagined it last year as Top Thrill 2. Didn't have a chance to ride it last year. Pretty much nobody had a chance to ride it last year because it ran for like 5 days and then broke down for the rest of the year. But it's open now. It's running currently. I hope it's open when I go because I am planning on making that my 400th. So it's 6.5 hours away though. So I'm gonna say mass here at 11, right afterwards hitting the road. And so let's get ready for a road trip. Boom! Cedar Point. Guys, I made it to Cedar Point. This is so awesome already. I just drove like 6.5 hours straight. It was a long drive, but it's worth it because I have a feeling that number 400 is gonna be possible tonight. I saw Top Thrill 2 rather. Top Thrill 2 was already running. Let's see if this can happen. I'm pumped to be here. It's kind of surreal. This is the most dead that I've ever seen it. I mean, look at these walkways are basically empty. I don't know what to do with myself, guys. This is kind of overwhelming. I'm at Cedar Point. The park is apparently open until midnight, and there goes Top Thrill 2 in the distance. Whoo! What a rush. That is a roller coaster right there. Number 400, Top Thrill 2 here at Cedar Point. That was one of the most intense roller coasters I've ever ridden in my entire life. That was insane. The backwards launch literally went on forever, like forever. I had no idea it was gonna be that good. I knew it was gonna be good, but that far exceeded my expectations. Wow, beautiful view. We had kind of a dusk sunset view over Lake Erie. It's phenomenal. You can't even top that. Top Thrill 2, what a coaster. Awesome, awesome, awesome stuff. Wow, Magnum XL 200, what a classic. Back row, crazy airtime. The fog is starting to fill up the park. Looks really cool. Spooky stuff. Can barely see. This fog is so thick I can barely even see. Trying to make my way over to this beast over here. Look at this. Steel Vengeance. What a monstrosity. Just got a ride in, front row ride on Steel Vengeance. What a rush, night ride. One of the best in the world, easily. I mean, look at this thing, so lit up so beautifully tonight, with the fog rolling in and just, so good. Yeah, I heard a call for a single rider, and I was a little ways back in the line, and I was like, hey, you guys need a single rider? I'm a single rider. And they said, you want to ride in the front row? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. Woo, there it goes. So that was cool to jump the line a little bit and hit up the front row on Steel Vengeance, consistently voted one of the #1 roller coasters in the world. It's a good one. I can't wait to ride it in the back though. Tomorrow I think I prefer it in the back. So, but that's good for tonight. Onward to the next ride. Supposedly Maverick is only a 30-minute wait. So let's see if that holds true. That would be pretty awesome. That would be the shortest line I've ever waited for this thing. I vastly underestimated how awesome the fog effects are while riding roller coasters here. I mean, it just transforms the entire experience. I mean, Maverick is good on its own, but with the fog and the lights and all that, it just takes it to the next level. It's really, really, really good. There's just spiders everywhere here at Cedar Point. So I've been to Cedar Point several times now, and I have to admit, like how dark it is in the park for Halloween's is really putting my navigation skills to the test. So really impressive display. I have never been to Cedar Point outside of summer, actually. This is the first time I've ever been to this park outside of kind of the months of like June, July, or August. And so just being here at a different time of season with the Halloween stuff, it's really, really cool. I like it a lot. It just wasn't even on my radar how much of a difference it would make to this park, but I'm really liking it. I'm digging the atmosphere. I like I haven't really seen many scare actors actually, so maybe I just haven't been through many of the scare zones. They've got this big guy thing.
On the dark and stormy night, not a star was in sight. In a graveyard by a church way up on the hill.
So yeah, that was kind of creepy. Pretty well done. Pretty nice animatronic. Did not expect something like that here, but really cool. Good atmosphere. Very spooky. It's spooky season, guys. I bet this is probably a big scare zone up here in the woods alongside Millennium Force. This looks really cool. Oh my gosh. What is that guy? Dang. Wow. What a view. Whoa, hi.
I'm gonna walk into somebody.
That was crazy.
Somebody needs to take out the trash.
Millennium Force. What an absolute classic. Covered in spiders, like everything else here at this park tonight. Amazing. It's just, there's just no other rides like Millennium Force on the planet. They don't make them like that anymore. It's just so smooth and so fast, and it doesn't try to do anything. It doesn't try to do anything all that fancy. It's just so good. Look at that thing. I mean, that is just, it's one of the most iconic roller coasters ever built. I don't know if it'll ever be topped in terms of just icon. but really, really good ride. In fact, I mean, this whole night just kind of feels very dreamlike, very, very dreamlike. Like, am I even really here? This is amazing. All the lines are very manageable. The park is, you know, there's a good number of people here, but it's really, really chill. It's easy to get on all the major roller coasters. I mean, I've ridden Top Thrill 2, Maverick, Steel Vengeance, Millennium Force. I mean, very, very easily. And Magnum XL 200, like without any stress, which is just so different than my usual experience here. It's great. Just got off of Siren's Curse, Vekoma Tilt Coaster, the first one that is opened in the United States, and the first one that I've ever had the pleasure and experience of riding. So the gimmick is, of course, that piece of track right there starts to tilt when the ride comes up on it, and then it lets it go and proceeds through the rest of the layout. It is really, really a freaky experience. That is definitely the highlight of the ride, in my opinion, is the tilt feature. I mean, it is, I got to ride in the back row. And so you really get kind of lifted up really dramatically, and then they drop you straight down into the rest of this crazy, very twisty layout with several inversions. Some of those barrel rolls are really, really great inversions, similar to what you would experience on Velocicoaster at the very end. Not quite as intense, not quite as good, but still really, really solid ride. Some gentle airtime, pops of gentle airtime. I'll have to like reserve full judgment until I get another ride on it, hopefully sometime tomorrow. I was waiting for the ride to have a little bit more bite, a little bit more like intensity. It's not a very intense ride other than the tilt itself, but I can see why this is really as popular as it is right now. And I hope Vekoma gets more and more business here in the States, because these rides are they're gonna be out of control popular. Like, people love this stuff. And I love the light package. I love the sound effects as you come up on the tilt. There's like all these sirens singing and stuff. That was really cool. Onboard audio did not function for our train, unfortunately. Hopefully it'll be working when I ride it tomorrow. But man, got it. What a great ride. All right, guys, I'm gonna call it. I've been up a really, really long time. I drove a really, really long time. And I just got to ride a lot of roller coasters on a Thursday night for Halloween weekends. This place is awesome. And I'll be back in the morning. Apparently, Gold Pass season pass holders can actually get into the park an hour early. So that is my plan for tomorrow morning. Starting to clean up here at Cedar Point. But yeah, supposedly it opens an hour early. So I'm gonna show up here at 10 a.m. tomorrow and see if that's true, see if they let me in. Maybe get a quick ride in on Siren's Curse or Steel Vengeance while the crowds are even lower than usual. So, but this has been an awesome night, magical. Just really, really great to have so much, just a lot more peace in the park actually. Like, usually it's just so stressful and so intense, and there's so many people that you can't really do much. And tonight was the chillest that I've ever felt at Cedar Point. Gosh, Gatekeeper just going crazy over there. That's a wild ride. I rode it, I got stuck on it actually. I got stuck on the brake run for a while because somebody got sick. But yeah, I'll provide some more thoughts tomorrow, but just really glad to have been able to have a good first. Thanks, man. Had a really great first night, so, but I'll be back in the morning. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And just like that, we're back for day 2 at Cedar Point. Just entered the park for early entry with my gold pass, and I'm ready for another full day here. I don't know how long I'll last, but the park is open till midnight, and I have about a 4.5 hour drive back to my hotel in Charleston, West Virginia. So we'll see, but looks like it's gonna be an absolutely drop-dead gorgeous day here. I'm thinking of using this early entry time to get another ride in on Top Thrill 2. I have no concept of how crowded it is on a Friday with school in, right? With school in, like I've never experienced this at Cedar Point, but the park is open while kids are in school, so we'll see how crazy it is. What a beautiful view down this midway. Top Thrill 2 is just gargantuan. And against that blue sky, it looks gorgeous. There it goes over the top hat. Whew, wow. Yeah, let's head there. Six Flags Over Texas just announced their new Giga dive machine, Tormenta, which makes Valraven even more uninteresting to me. It's just, I don't know, man. This ride just seems kind of a waste, but whatever. It still looks cool here. But I don't even know if I really want to ride that today. We'll see. We'll see if I have some time. All right, just got off of Top Thrill 2 again for my second ride. That is just an astonishing ride. I rode in the back row again. I was gonna try to get into the front this time around, but they put me in the back row, and I can't complain about the back row ever. So I took it and went with it. It was amazing. This time around, I guess I just noticed the airtime more. There was airtime going up the back spike. I was out of my seat the entire time. And then I started to become airborne in my seat going up the top hat. It was ridiculous. I was out of my seat going up and didn't come back into my seat until we had plunged 420 feet down to the ground. That was one of the most shocking experiences of airtime that I've ever had. Hilariously awesome ride. I can't get enough of it. I hope I get to ride it at least one more time during today. It's still before official park opening, 3 minutes before official park opening. So I'm really pumped that I was able to get in for early entry and ride Top Thrill 2, my 400th roller coaster. It's very special. It's a special 400th because, of course, when Top Thrill Dragster first opened, it was the first roller coaster to top 400 feet in the entire world. And Top Thrill 2 remains, well, currently it's the only ride over 400 feet tall in the world. After the untimely demise of King Dakar, Top Thrill 2 is the lone 400-foot tall roller coaster until Falcon's Flight opens over in Six Flags Qiddiya. Not sure if I'm saying that correctly, but until then, Top Thrill 2, tallest coaster in the world. Just an amazing ride all around. Cedar Point, I'm so glad that you guys worked on getting it up and running after last year's difficulties, and Zamperla, you guys pulled through for us, and you did a great job. Incredible. So I'm thinking at this point, since the park is just about ready to open, that I should continue onward into the back of the park and maybe hit up Steel Vengeance before that line gets more insane throughout the day. So that's where I'm heading next. Steel Vengeance, my thighs officially hurt. I just rode that 3 times back to back to back. There were no lines. The park had just opened technically, and it takes a while to get all the way back here in the back of the park. So the line is starting to pile up now, but still very manageable lines. What to say about Steel Vengeance that has not already been said? Well, you know, I wish very much that I could kind of go back in time or just kind of teleport over to Poland for the day and re-ride Zadra. if you want to go back and watch my Energylandia video, I have one of those in the backlog on the vlogs. But I wish I could ride Zadra again. I only got to ride it one time while I was over there. But I think it's probably the most similar ride to Steel Vengeance that I've ridden. And I don't really know where it stacks up. I just can't really, I don't have a firm grasp on Zadra because I only rode it once. But after riding Steel Vengeance now 3 times today, 1 time last night, and a handful of times last summer when I was here, you know, I want to put Zadra over Steel Vengeance. I really do. it just seems like, I don't know why, but these rides on Steel Vengeance, while they have been very, very good, it hasn't been as insanely intense as I recall. And I want it to be more intense for some reason. The thighs, they definitely hurt after the airtime on this thing, but there's just something about it. I don't know if it's maybe the elements are all so similar here. Like, you just kind of have a lot of the same elements over and over. It's very repetitive. I know a lot of people make that statement about Steel Vengeance, but it is true, so it's worth kind of pointing out again. But something like Iron Gwazi or Zadra, they're just, you know, they pack such a punch in the layout in that it's not as long, there's not as much to it, but each element seems more intentional. Each element seems more just, I don't know, just hits more. So, I don't know, I'll have to kind of think about it a little bit more, but at this point, I might have to bump Zadra up a few slots so that it beats out Steel Vengeance. Iron Gwazi and even Wildcat's Revenge, I still have them over Steve, beloved Steve, but still one of the best rides in the world, easily, and it is beautiful here. And this morning was awesome, being able to ride it so many times without any wait at all. That was a shocking experience. Taking a little break here with a nice steak lunch. The all-park dining plan really is quite the deal. This meal is pretty nice looking. It's got like steak and mac and cheese and biscuits from this farmhouse kitchen and grill. That was quite a delicious lunch. The steak was excellent. The mac and cheese was the bomb. Really, really good lunch. Impressed with the food. The line on Maverick is sitting at 1 hour, so I think I'm gonna try to come back a little bit later and hit that one up before heading out, but we'll see about that. What I really want to ride now is Siren's Curse during the day. I rode that pretty late into the evening last night, which was awesome, but I want to try it out during the day when I can kind of see all the theming and see the track a little bit better. So we'll see what the damage is on the line. I suspect it's probably, I haven't checked the app yet, but I suspect it's probably in the neighborhood of about an hour. That seems to be where a lot of the big rides are kind of settling in right now. But we'll see. Let's head that way. I'm gonna walk back through the woods here next to Millie and see what we got with Siren's Curse. Well, I was gonna go and ride Siren's Curse, but then I got distracted by this 300-foot tall monstrosity known as Millennium Force, and it's a pretty manageable line, about 25 minutes or so. So I jumped on that sucker, and really, really good ride. I don't know what it is, but like I've been getting really, really forceful rides on that today, last night and today. It seems like there's just more airtime and more positive G's than I remember. Really, really amazing ride. Millennium Force. Well, I just got off of Siren's Curse. I rode it one time last night, but I wanted to ride it again during the day. And really, really long line. It was about 45 minutes to an hour, but well worth the wait. Look at that. Woo! Yeah, that's an intense ride. I really liked it in the daytime. It's a totally different experience at night with the lights and all of the smoke effects. Like it really, really is a cool looking ride at night. But during the day, it's definitely a good ride too. In fact, I was really pumped that on this ride, the onboard audio was working. So we had the full song and all the music going the whole time. It's like this just rock song, not exactly what I think of when I think of a Siren song, but it's pretty energetic. It's really upbeat. It keeps your blood pumping throughout the entire ride, and I think it really elevates the experience. Last night, the audio was not working, and I think it wasn't quite as good for sure. The lights, they kind of add a dimension to it, but the music, I would take the music over the onboard lights any day. So, I mean, Vekoma puts together such a good product. I really, really enjoy their restraint system. It's like super comfortable. You feel so good in there, even when you're like being tilted 90 degrees face first down towards the ground. At no point do you feel uncomfortable. I was kind of worried about that. I was kind of thinking like, man, maybe this ride will be kind of uncomfortable, but no, it's perfectly comfortable the entire way through. The trains are awesome. They are so slick. And the ride itself is so perfectly smooth. You can't beat it. Like, this is one of the smoothest roller coasters you'll ever ride. One of the most intimidating with that tilt going on behind me again, but really, really smooth ride. Just sweet transitions. It is so twisty. The inversions are really, really snappy. There's some really good, solid pops of airtime. Overall, just a really good ride, really good addition to Cedar Point. I thought this immediately upon the announcement, though, that this ride is just yet another red-tracked roller coaster here at Cedar Point, and I mean, they just have enough of those. So I don't know, maybe that has to do with the fact that this ride was not originally meant to come to Cedar Point, but maybe when this ride is, a decade or two old and they're looking to repaint it, I'd be interested to see maybe like some sort of teal situation, kind of light blue maybe. I don't know, but something to kind of set it apart from the rest of the rides here, like apart from things like Maverick, because it is such a different ride, experience. But yeah, Siren's Curse, so glad I was able to ride it again today. It was a long line, but it was worth the investment of time. All right. Just did a little bit of shopping, and I just did a little bit of rest in my car actually, and had a nice cool down in the AC. Now I'm back for kind of maybe the last couple of hours at Cedar Point this visit. I want to go ahead and clean up a couple of the older rides, the rides that are probably not as popular nowadays, the ones with shorter lines, in other words. I want to be able to get back on Raptor and maybe even something like Magnum XL again. We'll see, but hitting some of these other rides that I haven't had a chance to get to yet. Raptor, of course, one of the classics here at Cedar Point, the B&M Invert. There it goes up its lift hill now. Perched on the midway. Hi there, thank you. Oh yeah. Got that B&M roar. Every time I've ever ridden this ride, this entire queue has been filled. Now it's only like a 15-minute wait. This is killer. Also, I want to ride Blue Streak. I haven't ridden that in like a decade. Raptor. What an awesome, awesome coaster. Love it. It's right here at the front of the park, so it really sets the tone early. It's just a beautiful ride that just rolls right along the entire midway as you enter the park. As far as B&M inverts go, it is definitely one of the more intense ones for sure. Is it one of my favorites? You know, I don't know. I think that if I had to choose right now, I would definitely pick something like Banshee at Kings Island over Raptor. As good as Raptor is, there are definitely some standout moments to Raptor. One of the standout moments is definitely the 0G roll and the helix, actually. That was kind of one of the more noteworthy moments for me, was the ending helix. It's just so intense. There it goes. Yeah, and that first drop is really, really killer too. Woo! Yeah. It's just classic along here. But yeah, it definitely has a few moments where it really punches you around if you're not careful. It can really beat up your ears a little bit if you aren't careful. So there are a few head-banging moments, but overall it's still really smooth for its age. It's holding up really well, and it's a classic for a reason. Hope it never goes away here at Cedar Point. But yeah, the paint job, as I said, is one of my favorite color schemes, but it's looking a little bit rough these days. It's looking a little bit rough. It could probably do with a repaint in the near future. They just repainted Millennium Force recently. I think Raptor would be a great candidate for a repaint in the near future. So we'll see. But Raptor, classic B&M invert, unique and yet very classic layout. I like it a lot. It's a good one. All right, time to ride Cedar Point's old wooden coaster, Blue Streak. In fact, their only wooden coaster, which is kind of shocking. They could probably really use a high-quality modern wooden coaster. It's called the Boo Streak right now. That's pretty cute. The Boo Streak. During here in Halloween weekends, a lot of the signage around the park is made spooky. That's pretty awesome. Man, Blue Streak sucks. It's one of the worst wooden coasters I have ever ridden. Wow, it was rough. Not really any airtime to speak of. It was just brutal. You know, it's so funny, like those kinds of rides, like little kids will ride them and they'll think, man, that's a roller coaster that I can handle. But you know what, like something like Blue Streak is way more intense, uncomfortable, and just all around like brutal. Like that's way worse than Siren's Curse. I mean, Siren's Curse you could fall asleep on compared to that thing. You know, like these new modern roller coasters are so smooth that you just can't like even imagine. Sorry, this guy was distracting me. He just like grabbed a bag that was like in the shrubberies over here. It was a little sketchy. Not really sure what was going on there, but here goes Val Raven. Probably not gonna ride it. It's like a 35-minute wait, and I just don't think it's worth it. But yeah, like I was saying, like these modern roller coasters are so smooth and so comfortable that really the most intense roller coasters built today are so much more comfortable and easy to ride than the rides of like older time periods of previous generations. And it makes you wonder, like, were those rides were those classic rides like always brutal and we just didn't even notice? Right? Did like Blue Streak always suck that bad? But now I've ridden things like the Voyage and Mystic Timbers. I don't know. This is part of the mystery. But Blue Streak sucks, that's all I know. You probably can't tell, but Millennium Force is stuck on the lift hill. That sucks. They've got a nice view, but that really sucks. Speaking of nice views, Corkscrew, one of the most beautiful rides here in many ways, with the double corkscrew right over the midway, but today it is silent. Not running, not operating today. That's okay. The ride itself is not good, but it looks beautiful. Dang. Oh my gosh, dudes. Just got off of Top Thrill 2 for the third time, and this go around, I asked the ride operator very, very nicely if I could try the front row, and I'm so glad I did, man. That took that ride to the next level. Not quite as much airtime, but you get all of the wind in your face, and you just feel the speed unlike anything else. That thing is shocking. The big standout for sitting in the front row was the first launch. In the back row, the first launch feels pretty lame, not gonna lie. It's kind of like, okay, this has nothing at all on the original Top Thrill Dragster launch, which launched you in like 2 seconds up to 128 miles an hour or whatever. But in the front row, on this, even though it's a slower launch, you feel all of the wind in your face, and it feels way faster. And then when you're going backwards, I was kind of concerned that maybe like sitting in the front row, it wouldn't feel like you were going up that spike high enough, but you couldn't tell at all. You can't tell once you're up like 400 feet, you can't tell the difference between that and like 30 or 40 feet. It's crazy. You're still looking down on Millennium Force, which is just nuts. And then the final launch in the front row, going 120 some miles an hour, that's otherworldly. That was sweet. Totally made this entire trip worth it. My 400th roller coaster, super special roller coaster to me. Just an icon, absolute icon. There it goes again, man. What a ride. Cedar Point, you guys did such a good job on this. Well done. Got a walk on Magnum XL 200. Is that the greatest walk-on roller coaster on the face of the earth? Is that the best bang for your buck, bang for your minute in line airtime in the world? Maybe. That is, I don't even know how people have not been catapulted out of that ride in all the years that it has been operational. Especially in some of those seats, man. I mean, I rode that third row, which I've heard people talk about being kind of like the magic seat, and you really do get catapulted. I mean, my thighs are sore after that thing, but in a good way. That ride is nuts. If you don't like rough rides, you might not like it, but it's really good. I like it. I really like these pumpkins underneath the Iron Dragon. Well guys, that's gonna do it for our time here at Cedar Point. What a beautiful, beautiful trip it's been. It's been a short trip, quick trip, but wow, I was able to pack in a lot. I got my 400th coaster, I got a couple other credits, the Wild Mouse, and of course Siren's Curse, the first operating tilt coaster in America. Just a really, really great time overall, and I've got a 4.5 hour drive ahead of me though, so as much as I would like to spend a little bit more time here, I just can't. I can't afford to. I really, really wanted to get another ride in on Steel Vengeance or Maverick, but the wait times are just starting to kind of get out of control. It's a Friday night. Halloween Weekends is up and running already, and it is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful evening here. So, of course, it's very, very crowded. So I'm gonna try to pick up a piece of pizza with my All Park dining pass and then hit the road. So thank you for watching this. Thanks for just following along on this channel. Thank you for subscribing, for liking this video. Tomorrow morning I have a pilgrimage with my parish up at St. Andrews in Roanoke, and so it's an early morning. I gotta get on the road. So thanks for watching, and God bless you guys. This is Father Anthony signing out from Father Airtime Coasters. Take care.